All right, everybody, it's a Friday. We made it through a week. All of us together made it through the week. And I hope that every single one of you have a fantastic weekend this week. Whatever you're doing, I don't care what you're doing. Hopefully it's fantastic. Even if you're only doing dishes this weekend, make it a fantastic time making wishes. That would be fantastic, right? Make a wish and it comes true. That's all. That's what we all dream for. But doing dishes, dream come true, whatever it is, man, I am so excited. It's just so great to see everybody here. I see a lot of great people already in the chat. I see Danny, I see Chris, I see Casual Conversation, Eric Alka, Danny Unidentified S4, and man, I got a lot of stuff, and I got a lot of stuff I'm adding on to the last minute. Because a lot of people have a lot of great content on their YouTube channels. They're like, Eric, show it to me. But before we start, when I was on a small weekend vacation, my heart was hurt when I did a little film in front of a county jail. I didn't have my hat because I keep my hat within my office. And somebody said I didn't look the same without the hat. Somebody said that. I don't know who. Somebody said that. So what I'm going to say is now in my car, I bought my travel hat. So when I'm on the road, I'll have a hat in my car. Okay? Danny? Okay? Got the hat. Got another hat. Got another hat just for the car. So if I actually had to do a film, I could grab. Oh my God, that one's a cool hat. Well, it is a cool hat, and since it's a travel hat, I don't know if I want a string, but it's got a string. Looks cool. I think it looks great. So Danny, this is going to be my travel hat just for you, buddy. Just for you. That little comment made me think, right, people can't recognize me when I do a video on the road. So I have a hat just for the car. Just for the car. This is my show hat. Okay? All right? All right. Before we start some videos, let me share tomorrow real quick. So tomorrow, at 8 a.m. Pacific time, in the morning at 8 a.m. Pacific time. Here's the link for it. Myself. Oh, there's the link right there. Myself and Chad Smith podcast. Chad Smith is going to join me, and we're going to do Star Wars card reading. So basically, I'm going to be reading cards. What I'm doing tomorrow is, it's called a fundraiser because we're trying to raise money for more episodes to be made of the cartoon. More episodes. So there's a fundraiser tomorrow. And the reason I'm doing it this way is just so you guys feel like, I want to earn it. I want to earn, give you a reading if you want to donate tomorrow. So 8 a.m., Chad Smith's going to help me because Chad Smith is begging me to be in episode 4. He's not going to be in episode 3. But Chad Smith is begging me to be episode 4, but I'm going like, well, Chad, then you're going to have to join me trying to do a fundraiser, raise some money so I can green light an episode 4 cartoon so you can be back in it. Because remember, nobody saw Chad die. You saw Sonny get eaten, and you saw Spooky Morales on the ground, but you never saw Chad die. So click that bell for tomorrow. Have fun. I'll be in the Jedi robe. Everything, the whole getup. I got my magic crystals all ready. So beyond that, everybody, you know what? Let's get this fucking show started. Now, this one is not in the description of the show, of the videos I'm showing today, but I felt like this just made the cut. And this one is from our good friend, actually, Danny himself. Let me put this link into the chat. And this is called, let me see here. There's the link to this video. Okay. Now, let me see if I can make it bigger. And I'll press play. It says Dogman or Werewolf Scary Trail Cam Photo. So, Danny, while you're in the chat, if you want to explain to people how'd you get this video, who sent it to you, if there's any information about this video. So let's check it out. It's only like 16 seconds. Okay, does it move? Hold on. There it is. Dogman and Werewolf Scary Trail Cam Photo. So that's a photo. Okay, so it's just a photo. It's just a photo. So is that a werewolf or is that a dogman? First question I'm gonna have is this is the first question. And it's just a question. Now, if this is a cam that's taking this, is there a reason why there's not a video? Did this cam video just shoot pictures, photos? Is that the only thing it does? Or I'm just asking, I'm just curious. Why isn't there like a video of this thing moving? And it's just a question, So let me see here. Just a photo sent in about a subscriber with no information regarding. It'd get 100 of these every day. Wow. Okay. Because I'm just curious. If it's a cam, I would think a cam is recording a video. So that's why I'm just asking. Why is it not moving? Or maybe it just moves so damn quick across the camera, it's only like a photo. And these are acceptable questions to ask. You should ask these kind of questions. If somebody would tell me they have a camera outside and is just flashing when something moves, okay, get it. But when I think of a cam, I'm thinking of it recording the video. And now I'm curious why this is only a photo versus a video, even if it walks across real quick. Why isn't there a video? That would be probably my only question. Because beyond that, I mean, if it's real, wow. You could really say Dogman or werewolf, or is werewolf always been Dogman, or has Dogman always been the werewolf? It's intriguing. It's very, very, very intriguing. And I want to thank Danny for sharing it, for letting me share it on my channel. And I have the link towards this, and guys, take a look. But that would be the question I would ask. If it's from a cam, how come it's not a video shot versus a picture shot? So beyond that, I was on another channel yesterday, the Butt Stuff channel, the Abducted by Alien channel, and I was in the chat, and I asked a few people, "Hey, I'm doing the show on Friday. What cryptid topics do you guys want me to talk about?" And right in that chat, somebody goes, Trunko. All right, let's learn about the Trunko. I'll do a Trunko video. I found a Trunko video, and this was recommended to me on another channel that I was in the chat yesterday. So yes, and a lot of times in the chat, we do get great information for video. So let's check out this Trunko. Hold on a second. Then Lizzie said, I thought Matt typed Trunko. Did he? Well, if he did, well, I found something on Trunko. So Dunko became Trunko. Hey, it's all good. Now, then Lizzie Borden, I'm going to look for a Trunko for Monday. Thank you so much. Hey, listen, if anybody in the chat, if anybody want to chat ever wants to jump on and look at these videos along with me and give their opinions of it, just let me know. Let me know if somebody wants to jump on, and I'll send you the link to jump on. I have no problems with having anybody ever jump on. It's funnier when there's more people. So if any of you ever want to jump on, just let me know. Let me know in the chat. I'll put it in the chat for you, for one person. So here we go.
Let the titans of nature duke it out, because we're about to dive deep into discussion of the mysterious Trunko. On October 25th, 1924, people of Margate, South Africa lied witness to an epic battle at sea, as two orcas fought what some believed to be a giant polar bear, while others claimed to see something more along the lines of a white furred creature with an elephant-like trunk, hence the name Trunko. I know it's not very creative. According to eyewitnesses, this creature gave both orcas a good fight, which is saying a lot since the orca is probably one of the most deadliest hunters in the sea. Witnesses also claim that Trunko was able to leap 20 feet out of the water during the fight. However, the unidentified beast did not have what it takes to take down both of the fierce fighters, and eventually succumbed to the attack, in which the corpse washed upon shore 10 days following. For many years, it was believed that no one witnessing the event had recorded or photographed the remains of Trunko. That is, until a cryptozoologist named Marcus Hemmler discovered a photo of the beast in 2010, only to have 3 more photos shortly follow suit. However, after reviewing the photos, renowned cryptozoologist Carl Schucker was determined that the corpse claimed to be that of Trunko is nothing more than a decaying species of whales known to man. He states that the badly decaying tissues give the illusion of fur, while also claiming that during the fight, the orcas must have tossed the whale up into the air, explaining why the people believe that it was leaping from the sea. I'm gonna actually go with Carl on this one. I've seen a decayed whale corpse on the beach before, and I can see where he's coming from with the whole fur and the tissue scenario. Plus, not really sure why a white furred elephant would be swimming out into the ocean anyways. It doesn't really have any reason to do that. But what do you believe washed ashore? Write your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for staying with us to the end. If you enjoyed this journey, hit the like button down below and leave a comment in the—
Alright guys, that's the Trunko. That's the Trunko. Man, there's so many cryptids and creatures and monsters out in the oceans and lakes and stuff. It's like the one thing that people kind of forget about it. Oh yeah, guys, yesterday's show was about Judas, right? Judas the vampire. And I have a Reddit page. I put it on my Reddit page, and then everybody just like, anytime you put anything that's related to a religion, just starts like hitting you, like beating you up, like no, and everybody's like, no, Judas was the story in Dracula 2000, and I'm like, yes, the Dracula 2000 did base the story off the folklore story of Judas, who betrayed Jesus and he was cursed to walk the earth. That's a real folklore story. The movie based it on that. The story is not based on the movie. These movies get their stories from other places, and I don't know what it is. Anytime you talk about some kind of religion thing, people go ape shit, and it's just like, God, people, yes, we all seen Dracula 2000, which was a stupid fucking movie. But beyond that, the story's based on the folklore of Judas, not the other way around. And it's like, God, people get it freaking straight. Jesus, wow. But okay, so this next one was recommended to me in the chat yesterday too, during the Butt Stuff show. The legend of the Lechuza, mi tasa tumata, I don't know. However you want to pronounce it, but this is the legend of the Lechuza. I don't know. Is that how you say it? I don't know. Who cares, right? Who cares? It's fucking Friday. It's the end of the week. We can say the way we want. That's the way we roll here, okay? Here we go.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Sinister Stories. Today, we're going to be talking about the legend of the Lechuza. The legend of the Lechuza is a really popular legend in places like Mexico and the Philippines. So join me as we dive into the unknown and find out what exactly is a Lechuza. So sit back, relax, grab a drink as we find out exactly what is behind this legend.
Yeah.
Now, a lechuza is an owl, and I know exactly what you're thinking. Why would anybody be afraid of a stupid owl? Well, the thing is that in a lot of these places like Mexico and the Philippines, the owl is considered to be a part of witchcraft. The reason that people fear these owls are not the animals themselves. The people believe that these animals are in fact witches that take the form of these animals in order to get around. Now, these witches are not limited to the form of an owl, but this is their favorite transformation for the most part.
It's almost like a skinwalker in a way, right? A witch turns into an owl to get around, to look. A vampire supposedly turns into a bat. Folklore stories of vampires turning into wolves. Skinwalkers changing, shift changers. I mean, it's like it's all related. It's so fascinating. And, and guys, I'm sorry. Don't look at me funny when I say this. When I look at that picture, that owl has breast. I'm like, I know somebody's like, oh, typical man. I get that. But look at that picture of the owl and the body. Looks like it's got breasts, right? Sorry. I'll get that out of my mind.
Now, these owls are so feared, in fact, that in a lot of places in Mexico and the Philippines, rocks are thrown at them in order to drive them away. Witches turning into owls are not just an urban legend in this area, but are actually considered.
Real quick. I'm sorry for pausing it. If the story is true about the witch turning into an owl, I'm just saying, wouldn't you think if you throw rocks at it, it's going to get pissed at you? It might attack you. It might put a curse on you. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. If this is a thing that could shift into something, I tell you what, it's probably a powerful being here. I don't know if I want to throw rocks at it. I might say, hello, my name is Eric. I have a Paranormal Highway show. Would you like to be part of it? Can I show you to show proof to the world that you exist? Sounds like a character from my cartoon, right?
Fact, and people will go out of their way to avoid these creatures. If you go deep into Mexican stories, you can even find some tales of people tying down owls and keeping them tied to a tree overnight. The next morning, they find out that they find a witch in the spot where the owl was the night before. The reason behind these stories is that people believe that witches, even though they can turn into these owls, cannot stay like this for a very long time. It, in fact, uses up too much of their power.
Real quick. I'm sorry for pausing it. Donnie Cho, a member of the channel, thank you so much. Identify S4, member of the channel, thank you so much. And what if that owl isn't a witch? Then it's just animal cruelty. Wow, that is so freaking true. That is true. You could probably be arrested for animal cruelty. I mean, if it's not a witch. So the moral to the story is, don't throw rocks at an owl unless it's attacking you. I get it. You got to defend yourself. But Donnie, I got to stop for that. That was a good one, my buddy. That's a good one.
Power, and eventually they had to change back to their natural form. There are also stories of people running into lechuzas who have the face of a human woman. And at times, this lechuza or witch can actually talk to people, even though she's in the form of an owl. Now, the lechuza is known for flying around the night skies of Mexico searching for its prey, or someone to take back to their lair for their witchcraft purposes. But they do have a few tricks to lure as many people to them as possible. Now, lechuzas are known for hiding in spots where they can't.
One last thing. Anthony, I'm saying movies love pillows while you... I'm sorry.
Easily be seen and letting out some noises in order to attract innocent prey. Now, the lechuza can whistle, and it'll whistle a number of tunes to try to attract as many people as possible. Now, I actually have a personal story from a lechuza. When I was younger, there was one that perched up on the tree outside my house, and it would whistle at our house. And my older brother walked out, and he whistled back at it, and it would repeat whatever my brother whistled. So if my brother would whistle one tune, it would say the same whistle back to him, and it was super creepy. And obviously, that's not something you should do, and we'll get into that a little bit later in the video. Now, lechuzas are also known for mimicking voices, and whenever they want somebody to come towards them, they usually choose a crying baby voice, since most people will walk towards that and try to find out what it is. Now, whenever their prey gets too close, they'll swoop down.
If you guys wake up in the morning with your loved one, and she shapeshift into that face, would you still kiss her or kiss him? Just asking. Just asking. You know, what if your loved one shifts, but the same person, same soul? Could you kiss that? Ask yourself that question.
Down and pick them up, and they'll either take them back to their lair or they're gonna eat them for dinner. Now there are some versions of the story, and some people say that Lechuzas are not in fact a physical form or a person, but they're the spirit of a witch that got persecuted long ago by villagers. And now she pretty much just haunts this area and flies around. And
hey guys, we talked about this. I think on yesterday and during the week that there's a lot of people a lot of women that got burned to the stake, called witch, because of for doing nothing. You know, for example, like I said this yesterday, you know, a man having an affair with a woman and the wife catches him. And he says, well, he was possessed. He was a love potion. She must be a witch. There's so many innocent women that got killed and burned for no damn reason. So in a lot of ways, it's anger spirit, right? I mean, you don't blame them for wanting to get revenge. I mean, it's betrayal. It's the cruelty of people. In a lot of ways, we kind of create this creature, this witch that shapeshifts into owls and it hurts people because we created it by hurting innocent people in the first place. I mean, if somebody put me to a stake for whatever reason and blame me for something, you know, and I want revenge myself. That's just nature. So some ways I don't want anybody to get hurt, but can you blame them?
has to get revenge on the people that did her wrong. Now let's get into what people do to defend themselves against this Lechuza. So any ordinary means of defense will not work, which means that you can't really hit it with anything. Bullets have no effect on it, which means that it can be almost immortal. But one thing that people say will work is if you're able to catch one and tie one down, then they'll eventually have to turn back to their witch form, like I mentioned earlier. And salt is also another way to keep them away. So pouring salt on the entrances of your home or around your yard in general will keep a Lechuza out, since they have a deep fear for it. They are also known to avoid any kind of religious prayers. So usually people that see a Lechuza will pray, and they tend to either fly away or just avoid the area altogether. Now the number one thing that you should not do to a Lechuza is respond to its sounds. Whether it's a whistle or a baby crying, you should not go investigate, and you should not make any sound towards it. Usually hearing a Lechuza whistle towards your house means that there is imminent death for one of your family members. So in order to avoid this, the second you hear a Lechuza outside of your property or your yard, you have to make sure that you start cussing it out as much as possible, and this will eventually drive the Lechuza away and take away any negative effects it had on your family. Now this has been the legend of the Lechuza.
Now, this message is for white Caucasians. You heard what they said. Don't go after it. You know, usually white Caucasians, they hear something, they want to investigate it all. So if you investigate something that might not sound properly, don't cry. If it comes against you, it says don't. So what do you do here? Make sure you got bags of salt at your house. Have it ready. And it says Bible praying. So get a Bible. You know, I don't know. I don't know how prayers actually work. I don't know if the Bible has instructions on exactly on a prayer, but find that out. If there's a prayer in the Bible, highlight it. Have it ready, because you never know. You know, First Floor Audio, I love music. I love people who does music and creates music. I love music myself. First Audio, I want to show you a picture. This a picture of my son and nephew when I got them ready to go to a Social Distortion concert. You know, they went to, you know, I've been taking my kids to music concerts since they were kids. I believe I don't shy my kids away of any kind of music. They can like any kind of music they want. And I take my kids, you know, so First Floor Audio, you keep playing that music. You keep going, because music to me is the one thing that brings a lot of people together and all that. So I love what you're doing out there. Great channel. If somebody could put his channel in the chat, I appreciate it. That would be awesome. That'd be awesome. So, all right, guys, you know what it's time for? Paranormal, baby. All right, now we're gonna look at these photos. Okay, it's called Levin's Scariest real ghost photo. Guys, when I'm staring over here, because I have another screen that's telling me the videos that I'm showing. So some of these photos we have already seen. So we could skip through some, but let's see some of these photos. Let's see here. The 11 Scariest real ghost photos. I don't know who judges it. This one I've shown before. I shown the video clip of this. I don't think it's scary. It looks like Jack the Skeleton King. No. Hold on. In that circle below is a face. Now, first of all, there's nothing scary about this photo, but it is spooky that there's a face down there. So hold on a second. Let me remove let me remove this. Doesn't really make a difference. Okay, doesn't make a difference. I've seen this photo before, and it's somebody behind them. Nothing scary about that. It's it looks like a friendly ghost, so nothing big on that one. I don't think there's. If you guys think it's scary, just let me know. Because there's nothing scary about that photo. There's a shot. Okay, there's a photo ghost right there. I don't know why they call it Scariest. They should call it Spooky or something. I mean, unless there's a threat with the picture, but it's, I don't know. They name it. Maybe it's clickbait. I don't know. But okay. Am I missing something there? Huh. What am I missing there? What am I missing there? Another hand? I mean, what? Faces from the ground? I guess. I'm guessing. I'm guessing on that one. Somebody's very questionable. But I mean, like I said, I mean, look, go back to this one. I mean, is it the hand right there? Is it the circle, the baby hand? I mean, if I look at this picture, I'm thinking it's just the baby's hand, but is the hand down or something? I mean, and then this one, what's spooky about this picture? It doesn't really give an explanation. I wish there was a narrator explaining why this one's considered spooky. I mean, I don't know. Let's just move on, right? Let's just move on. Oh, like a light. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Now, somebody could say maybe through the window curtain they have a cut or something that's shining just that part. But regardless, that's a cool shot. Oh, here we go. That one was, according to her, hold on. She wrote, and the picture was after his death, the guy in the military. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Awesome. We got the best people in the chat. The best information and stuff is right here in this chat. We don't need no huge paranormal investigators, which all these people in the chat are my true investigators, but that's cool. Hold on a second. And then Andy added some more to it. That sailor had died a month earlier, yet still wanted to be in the picture. That's cool. That's cool. Hey, you're part of the team, right? Damn, Listen, I was in the military, and a lot of people tell you, in the military, you go in a group of people, and these people, are protecting your life, you're protecting their life. And you develop a different kind of a friendship. I mean, your friendship you're developing is military wise, life and death in a lot of different ways. These are people you have to trust, and all that. So you become a team because your life could depend on it. So you become this a certain team, you know. And I could see that one, you know, even when you die, however you die, that you want to be part of that team. You want to be in that picture. I love that. I mean, seriously, I love that. I want to hang out with that ghost. I really, truly do. I can see that after an accident. I've seen this picture before. I've seen that one. Very good, for real. Very good. So there's some cool stuff, you know, there's, that's what's cool, you know. I wonder, and guys, remember, I can't prove to you at all that all these photos were never messed with. I can't prove that to you. You guys know that. This is a belief system. You know, this is a belief system, but if that picture is real, my first question is, I wonder if this is a ghost to go help the people who just died, or is that ghost somebody who just died in that accident? That would be really, really intriguing. Really intriguing to, I wish, you know, we could find out some of those kind of answers like that. What's it say? Eric, I'm still friends and bounty hunted with my friend. I was in a desert storm with never-ending friendship. Exactly. Crawley, 100%. It's a different kind of friendship that you develop with these people when you're in the military. It's so different because it's a never-ending friendship. It's like, no matter what, even when you get out of the military, you got my back, I got your back forever. You know, it's so true, Crawley. It's so true. You know, my friends that I develop, I would do anything for my fellow military friends and all that. I love that, Crawley. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. This one is a Texas road haunted by monkeys. Monkeys? Wow. Let's find out this story about a haunted road by monkeys. I always like to find some hauntings that deal with the road because the show is called Paranormal Highway. So I literally look for paranormal stories that wraps around the roads, streets, you know, just for an inner thing, just to let you guys know.
This morning, we take you to a spooky spot in North Texas. But instead of human ghosts, this spot is haunted by something else. Here's Sean Giggy.
The scariest story in Athens begins where this road ends.
Yes, this is the bridge where the tales begin.
Well, the bridge isn't there anymore, but Elizabeth Perryman remembers when it was.
Oh yeah.
Online, some people believe this road is haunted by monkeys.
And so the legend began of Monkey Road.
A long time ago, the circus was passing through when a wagon tipped over and monkeys escaped into the woods. Some stayed in the woods, and some were caught by a man named Reverend Fuller, and he put them here.
These were the monkey cages.
However, some folks believe something sinister is buried here. Tunnels. In fact, they say underneath Athens, there are 5 tunnels, all connected.
If some of you guys are in Texas, you guys got to go here and investigate this spot for me. If you guys live in Texas, do that for me, buddy.
In the shape of a pentagram.
I like to believe that these things are part of our lore.
But her dad says it's all a lie.
I think the only part that's probably true is the wagon load of monkeys fell over and got loose.
Chip says 30 years ago, a group of high school kids made it all up. There was no monkey cage. This was an aviary, a bird enclosure. As for the tunnels, impossible. Chip says the ground underneath Athens is sand.
And it's an engineering impossibility.
The legend of Monkey Road survives on the internet and in the local haunted house.
Oh yeah,
Where
for sure, yeah.
owner Jerry Spiva says customers have shared their own version of the story.
Mr. Fuller was experimenting on monkeys and even experimented on his wife.
That sounds unbelievable.
I think we're choosing to believe in it.
Elizabeth says she doesn't believe these stories anymore, but that won't stop her from telling them.
Honestly, I just think it's good fun. Growing up out here, there's not a lot to do, so you want to believe in something.
Proof that sometimes the scariest thing is your imagination. In Athens, I'm Sean Giggy.
All right. Now, let's not forget, not just humans are not the only ones that can be ghosts. If you believe in the ghost world, which I do, I believe that there are ghosts, there are spirits, there are energy that's left around, there are energy that's from us. Animals are no different than humans that could be ghosts. And if there was a monkeys that got loose out there, if they have died out there, who says that a monkey ghost cannot be out there? Who says that? Who said it can't be? Animals can be ghosts just like anybody else. If you're into that world, animals could be ghosts. If you believe that a human could be a ghost, you cannot sit there and tell me that a human cannot be a ghost. If you believe that a human can be a ghost. I mean, no offense. That's making yourself sound like a hypocrite. Well, you know, with the laws of gravity, the laws of science, the laws of blah, 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 of this, only humans are allowed to be a ghost. Why is that? Why is that? You know, why is that? So who knows? Who knows about, you know, actually, you know, I actually went to the movies last night. I went and saw the movie Nope. Okay. I still don't know what I think about the movie Nope. I still don't know what I think about it. But there's a scene about this monkey that goes crazy, that snaps. Goes crazy. This monkey just kills after a snap in this movie. It's not spoiling anything. And I'm watching the movie. I saw the ending. I'm like, well, what the fuck did that monkey killing these people have anything to do with the rest of the movie? I'm still trying to figure that out. You know, this monkey did something major, but did it mean something? Did it supposed to help with the narrator of the end of the movie of Nope? You know, I don't know I still don't know what I think about that movie Nope. I don't know if I know it's one of those kind of movies that, you know, it wasn't bad. It was intriguing to the end. But at the end of it, you know, it's a movie that I probably won't watch again. I probably don't watch again, but I'm still trying to wonder in that fucking movie, what was about that monkey? What did that monkey have to do with something? You know, and I get that. I get that it's a metaphor too. I know it's a metaphor in that movie, but you know, usually there's supposed to be connections. You know, and that kind of like a Shining Night movie. Jordan Peele has like connections. And usually it's more than a metaphor, but I don't know. This is not movie talk today. I'll probably do I'll probably do a review on Nope. But I'm just saying Nope is one of those movies that it takes a while to set in. Like, did I like it? I mean, it wasn't bad. I watched it's intriguing to watch the whole thing, but I'm like, what do I think of it? It's so I don't even know. It's one of those movies. You kind of have to see it again to see where you fall on. You know, it's not as good as Get Out. Get Out is still better, and I did like it better than Us. The movie Us was too easy. The plot was too fucking easy in the movie Us. So this movie was better than Us, but Get Out is still Jordan Peele's top one. So this is Jordan Peele's second best. But it's such a weird kind of a movie. But beyond that, guys, let's get into some UFOs, because I got some Anthony stuff that I'm going to throw in to the show today. So here we go. I'm actually looking for my UFO intro. I'm sorry about that. All right. You know what? Anthony's in the chat right now. Anthony, I don't know if you're home. If you are home, I sent you an invite to jump on if you want to talk to your video, but you don't have to. You're probably busy. And if you are, you are. So what I'll do is I'll play another video to give you time to see if you want to jump on. I sent you through Messenger to if you want to talk about your video. But if you're busy, I'll show it after this first one. This first one is strange lights seen in night sky over Phoenix on July 4th. On 4th of July. I know, strange, 4th of July, you know, it could be fireworks or not. But let's take a look at this on July 4th in Phoenix.
Many folks gathering at Westworld of Scottsdale last night for all the family fun, but when it was time for the fireworks, some people noticed something else lighting up the night sky.
You gotta check this out. That is video from one of our photographers that they sent in. We're still trying to figure out exactly what this is. So maybe
we open up Crystal's microphone to get her take on this too.
Or maybe someone out there can help us too.
Yeah,
take a look. It could be a meteor, maybe some space junk, maybe something left behind from the fireworks. We just don't really know.
There were two lights at first. First, they looked like they're bright orange, sort of hovering right there. One of them disappeared. That's out of the picture now. But now you see this one. The second one starts kind of swirling down in the sky. And if you look closely, it does kind of look like a fireball at one point as it descends down and down, then eventually out of sight.
Yeah, so it's a little over my head, but maybe someone out there can give us the answer.
Crystal, any thoughts on that?
No, and Mike check. You know what? The only fun answer is aliens.
Yeah.
Sort of hovering right there.
Okay. Now this one could be a drone. I'm not saying it's not, because it is going down. Like you're flying a drone down. So that one could possibly be a drone. Somebody's flying a drone, you know, looking for people who's going to shoot fireworks. But, you know, here now they did say there was two lights. So let's start from the beginning. So right there is two lights. Then one disappears. So that's that. Now that's interesting. There were two lights, you know, or timid debris. Okay. You know, yeah. So I mean, first of all, we can't identify exactly what it is. So technically, I guess you could say it's a UFO, unidentified flying object. It's an object that is falling down, but could be a lot of things. You know, drone, garbage on that one. That's the one that I would need way more information, or I would need the video to be a little bit longer to see what that other light that disappeared real quick, because that was just real quick, you know, and all that. So hey, Anthony is going to join us when we show his video, talk about his video. So Anthony, I was just showing everybody this on 4th of July before the fireworks show. People noticed these two dots, and when the video's played, one of the dots, disappears. That it just disappeared, and that one kind of floats down. Would you think maybe that one might be just a junk or a drone falling down?
Could be a drone. I've seen a lot of them on 4th of July myself.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it was interesting to have a second light that disappeared, but this video was so quick, the light didn't stay up long enough to make me think that, you know, they're a partnership in a way.
Yeah. What's the bottom one? See the bottom light still going? See the one still going on the bottom?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And you know, now I wonder, and this is just me, with all the fireworks going on around the world, right? Or maybe not around the world, in the United States of America, because this is our holiday. Wouldn't UFOs be attracted to fireworks? You know, and you know, they're so camouflaged within the fireworks, nobody would even know that they're there. Right. I'm not saying they use the 4th of July as a cover-up, but I can see
that was my assumption this 4th of July, that we were going to see some crazy crafts because all the fireworks going up in the sky, you know, drawing attention to them and drawing attention to us, and them coming to check it out. But
I mean, you never know. So, guys, I'm going to show one more other video. This is then I'm going to show Anthony, and he can tell us about his video experience. This next one is technically considered a meteorite, but I have a question about meteorites. And I'd like to get Anthony's point of view of a meteorite.
8 new this morning. It was an overnight light show that many of you may have missed.
Yeah, fireballs streaking across the sky, seen from all over Texas. Michelle Choi is live this morning with more on that bright light in the sky. Michelle.
Steph and Kimberly, good morning. Yeah, this fireball lit up the sky right around 10:30 last night. And if you were one of the lucky
and this
ones
happened on July
who got to watch it
24th.
in real time,
This
well,
is
you're
new,
not
guys.
alone. Reports and videos have been coming in all morning since. Take a look. This is the map from the American Meteor Society, which tracks these fireball sightings. It says it's received 219 reports so far from all over Texas, as well as Oklahoma and Louisiana. But if you're like me and you were asleep when this amazing blaze shot across the sky, no worries, we got you. Here are several different looks at the suspected meteor as it burned up while entering the atmosphere. This video captured on a doorbell camera in College Station. You can see the fireball in the center of your screen there. And here's a great shot from outside San Antonio. This clip showing the fireball streaking into frame and really lighting up the sky. This next clip is right here from the Houston area. A driver captured the fireball in the Missouri City area late last night on his vehicle's dash cam. So, did you see the fireball? Maybe your surveillance cameras caught it on.
Okay, now this is the question. I know this might be stretching it, but when a space shuttle comes in, you know, when it goes through, you know, during re-entry, the shuttle is going so fast it can compress the air ahead of it. Compression of the air layers near the leading edges of the shuttle is quick, causing the temperature of the air to rise as high as 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Being in contact with the shuttle, it heats the shuttle surface. So, I mean, it burns on re-entry. Why I'm bringing that up? If technically, if a UFO comes for the first time, a flying object from another planet, another ship, has to go through our atmosphere, and it's going to burn. Like, no, you don't think it burns?
No, because allegedly they have this force field around them that's able to protect them from all the elements. Just like when we saw the video of the UFO splashing down in the water, it didn't break the surface of the ocean at all. It made no contact with it. It just went through it like nothing. So they have like this protective.
But what if it's broke? I don't know. I'm just like stretching here. But what if it's broken and then it does burn, and we're saying it's a meteorite, but it's really not a meteorite. It's a crashing ship.
It's possible. I mean, we've had UFOs crashed. I mean, look at Roswell, for example. I mean, they do happen.
Because I was trying to do some research. A lot of meteorites that hit the ground. Like there was one, I can't remember, like Minnesota, and there was one that crashed a couple years ago in Minnesota. And days after, people have pieces of rocks. And when I was looking at this one, so far nobody has pieces of rocks. Nobody has any piece, any evidence of it, you know, of the meteor. Guys, I know I'm stretching. I know I'm stretching here, but I'm just wondering, when we see these, what if it's a crashing ship and we're just claiming it's a meteorite? Because, you know, you hear stories. I hear stories that when meteorites hit the earth, certain sizes can cause dramatic explosions.
Yeah,
but it seems like every meteorite that does hitting the earth, there is no major explosion. So could they possibly be friends visiting us and they just crash?
You got to keep in mind too, like that meteor that you just seen lighting up the atmosphere, that could have been the size of a pebble.
Could be, yeah.
You know, and by the time it hit the earth, I mean, it was microscopic, you know.
You know, I've always wanted to, if it was, of course, it was all possible, that if I was funded by Discovery Plus or whatever to go look for UFOs, I would love to investigate UFOs around all meteorite landings that crash the planet. I would love to, because sometimes I'm wondering, what if it wasn't a meteorite? What if places, because there are places known to have crashes and nobody has any rocks from that area. Well, then if there's no rocks, then what's crashed?
Right. I'll tell you what, Eric, tonight when I win the $1.1 billion on the Mega Millions, we'll go do that. We'll go check all the sites out.
It would just be flat out fun. It'd be just flat out fun. And then I'm going to show Anthony's video in a second, but one last thing, I'm just going to repeat this. Tomorrow, 8 a.m., I am doing a Star Wars card reading fundraiser. And if you guys want a card reading tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific, Chad Smith's going to join me. And the idea is we're trying to raise money to get more episodes of the cartoon greenlit, right?
Awesome.
3 is coming for sure, August 10th. And if you guys want to help out, this is the way that you're just not giving. I'm giving you at least a reading, like saying thank you for helping to get these cartoons created. So if you guys want to be part of it tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Pacific time, please join myself. Chad's going to join in because Anthony, Chad's been like, Eric, you got to bring me back. Never so far. Nobody's seen me die. Like, that's true. That's
Chad's
true.
a legend, man. I love Chad.
But let's check out Anthony's video.
Let's see what you got.
Let me put his video here. Now, first of all, let me put a link to his direct channel. I know most of you know Anthony. You guys has been to his channel. But just in case you don't, even though you're watching this video here, please take this link, click on it, go over there. It's only 3 minutes. Watch it again and give him a thumbs up. It helps to get the algorithm even out there even more. So if you guys haven't seen it, please go to his channel too and mark and also subscribe. I mean, that's common sense. But is this the... Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's the intro. So, first of all, before I play it, before I hit play, where were you when I show this video? Where were you at?
So I was actually set up in my backyard, which is right on the beach. So I was on my deck, and I was breaking down the equipment. It was 4 o'clock in the morning. I was exhausted, and I just got done unscrewing the psionics from the tripod when I said to myself, I gotta scan the sky just one more time because I got a gut feeling that something's gonna happen. And lo and behold, I gave that sky one more pan, and I captured this cigar-shaped craft.
All right, everybody. Hopefully some of you have not seen this. I mean, it's awesome. Some of you have, I know a lot of you have, but if you haven't seen it, this is awesome. Here we go.
There are too many ways
I love his intro.
UFOs to enter our Earth's atmosphere.
Now that's the intro, guys. That's an intro. Anthony did not catch that on camera.
Scan the night skies for mysteries lurking deep. Those of you that join our kind has been said. Identify. Yes. More.
Here we go.
Good morning. Anthony S. Sinclair here, host of Unidentified S4. On the morning of July 26, 2022 at 4:06 a.m., I filmed this cigar-shaped craft flying past Jupiter at a high rate of speed. What boggled my mind was that this craft changed its course. Not only that, at the rate of speed it was traveling, it should have broke the sound barrier. However, it made no sound at all. If anyone has any information on the subject, kindly reach out to topfiless4s4@gmail.com or Unidentified S4 YouTube channel. MUFON has been alerted to the situation and investigators are on the case. If anybody's seen anything, please reach out right away. Thank you so much.
Now I'm gonna put the audio off, but I'm gonna replay it again. It is so interesting because when you look at it, right there, it right there. If you go
change its shape,
it just changes. And here, watch. Let me go here. Let me do the playback. I'm just gonna slow it down on purpose, guys. I'm gonna slow it down because watch it change. Now this might This might be too slow. Sorry, guys. I forgot when I play a YouTube video, this can't be near the thing. So this is very slow motion. Okay, let's see. Might be too slow motion, but let's see here. There it is. Okay. Where is it? So you're scanning. Maybe I should just go 5 speed. There we go. There it is, right there. What now? Now this is. I slowed it down on purpose, but watch it just change, going up. Look like it's going up, and then it's going down. I mean, that is just wow. And you were basically on your last leg where you're like,
I couldn't even keep my eyes open anymore. Yeah, I couldn't keep my eyes open anymore.
Hey guys, listen, look at that. I'm on half speed. Look how fast that just went.
No sound, Eric. No sound at all. That thing made no sound. And it was huge. It was huge. It was really huge. And it was way up there in space, man. I'm zoomed in, pretty much as far as I can go too. I mean, you could tell just by looking at the size of Jupiter how far I'm zoomed in.
Like, wow.
It was really unreal.
It is, and the first question, you ask yourself, like, okay, what could it be? Ain't no fucking drone.
Well, nope. I mean, I have my software open. Before anything, I make sure there's no SpaceX or Starlink or any satellites that are going to make re-entry that night or any of that stuff. ISS, I check the location of that. Unmanned aerial vehicles, I go through all of that stuff. And if it's none of the above, then the video goes up on the channel. If I can't figure out what it is, then it goes up. If I would have found it to be, one of them, it would have never went up. Or I would have said it was a satellite making re-entry or something like that. But this object's none of the above.
But even if somebody said, there was a re-entry, I've never saw a re-entry come in like this, where it goes up, then down.
No, Andy and I already sat with MUFON and had them play this video a couple times. Matter of fact, it's going to be in our documentary. And MUFON, you'll be able to see the MUFON investigators speak on this exact piece of footage. And you'll hear what he has to say. They're convinced that it's 100% a UFO.
What is he asking? What data was it again? Or is he talking to somebody else?
This was July 26th.
Oh, what date? Data.
Yeah. It's actually, when you watch the video, it's actually on the frame of the video. See on top, July 26th, Staten Island, New York. Now, you want to hear something crazy that Andy and I haven't told anybody yet about last night? Last night, I went in my backyard about 9:30 at night it was raining out. It was about to pour. So the sky was totally cloudy out. And I went outside to lower the umbrella and I look up in the sky and there's a black disc right over the house, man. I couldn't even scream to get the words out. My wife was like right behind me. All I could do was this, Eric. I couldn't even get the words out of my mouth. I ran in the house so fast to get my camera. By the time I came back outside, it was gone. So I really wasn't going to say nothing, but I figured I'd put it out there in case anybody's seen the same thing over Staten Island in the Eltingville area. And when Andy and I were talking about it last night, I actually made an artist's rendition of what it looked like, to me. And that's exactly what it looked like to me. So that's the exact photo of the sky last night. And above my head, that's what the object looked like directly above me. And
put that back up.
I'm sorry. That's exactly what it looked like to me. Okay.
Wow.
And then not even a minute after that, Eric, a military helicopter flies right over the rooftops, right where that object was.
Yep. I want to thank my flock for donating, and this is for you, buddy. Yeah, military. They try to send somebody quickly. They want to get that under wrap. They don't want more footage, footages that are already out there, because don't try to debunk whose ever footage is out there beforehand. I mean, that's just the way
Fort
it works.
Earl Naval Station is 2 miles across the ocean from me. It's right across the
this
water.
one here, now, of course, I want people to know this is not the same day. This is a whole nother day.
No, this
the
is
latest.
July 21st, I believe.
So, guys, this one here on this last part of the video is July 21st, just in case you guys thought it was the same night.
So,
and what I like about what you did here, is you're proving that this is just not a one-day phenomenon.
No, this is ongoing.
It's ongoing in your area.
Yeah.
So the next question would be like, okay, so guys, you always got to do this. You say, okay, it's real, and I know it's real, but you always got to tell yourself it's real. Why is it real? What's attractive? What's attractive for that area, and why you're seeing so much there? Do you have any ideas what you think why your area is such a hot spot? Is it maybe the population level of New York City?
Well, New York itself is up on like the top 3 chart right now for the biggest UFO hotspot right now. New York is, okay? Staten Island, New York happens to be like number 2 right now on the charts, we found out. And areas that are populated, surrounded by water, have the highest amounts of sightings. So not only am I surrounded by water, but right across from me is Fort Earl Naval Station and Weapons Depot, right? And then to the left of me across the ocean is where Montauk is in Long Island. So I'm like in 2 prime spots for where major UFO events have happened in the past. Not only that, for the documentary, MUFON pulled up all the sightings over Staten Island. Staten Island is like a cesspool for UFOs within the last 5 years. And you'll see that in the documentary. The UFO sightings are on the rise. And
Staten Island has vampires too.
Staten Island is right in the crosshairs for some of the most heavy activity going on right now.
Well, there's stories that UFOs like to be around nuclear plants. I mean, nuclear stuff. I mean, that's just
right.
True. And I will also think,
which we have here.
New York is a big city. Okay, and there's a lot of lights. I could see being very attractive to unidentified flying objects because like flies like lights. They fly towards the light. New York City's big light. Guys, you guys never been to the city. I remember when I went to the city, Seattle is a nice little size, but you go past a block, the buildings are smaller again. Go to New York City, every fucking block is big, big. And that was like, I was telling people, that is one of the main differences. Like any other city you go to, like Seattle, you got this one section of all these big buildings, but when you go left or right, you go back to normal sized buildings. New York's like every block, big building, big building, big building. Why is that important? All that light is extra high in the sky. I mean, it's not like, it's very high. Would it be like flies flying to lights, UFOs? And you also have a nuclear plant or nuclear Navy base, which here in Seattle, we have in Bremerton, we got a big, huge Navy base. And maybe that's why we had a UFO famous crash here. Who knows? Washington itself has a high amount of UFOs. Is it because of the Navy nuclear base? There might be a connection, like you said,
I think these orb craft are mapping out the planet at all times. They're looking at changing elevations in the water, the depth. They're just constantly mapping the terrain. And that's the same thing we do when we send our probes to like Mars to drive around and take soil samples and map the terrain. We do the same thing. So why not them?
Yeah. Well, this might sound stupid. In the movie Star Trek 4, Voyage Home, when they went to Earth in the past to charge their batteries in the Enterprise, the only thing they could use is a nuclear plant. They actually had to go nuclear plant. It's a military base to put the device to charge up a ship. If a ship flies here from another planet, and that's up to you guys if you want to believe it, they're going to need a charge somehow, unless they got some kind of technology that keeps recharging itself. And who knows that maybe their charging is being next to a nuclear plant to charge up. I'm not saying they have to be like Star Trek, be right on it, because now you got phones now that you put it on top of something, it starts charging. Who said
if you go by what Bob Lazar said, that element 115, that a tiny little sliver, triangular sliver of that element is what was powering the craft. You know, they would pulverize that element 115 with radiation, and the particles would separate in a way, and they would go into those charged cans, and they would move those canisters whatever way you wanted the craft to propel. But it only needed a little bit of that element 115 to power that craft for God only knows how long. So they're running on different technology than we are.
Listen,
you see no accelerants coming out of these crafts.
If they could fly here, they're way beyond us, and we think, oh, but we don't capture it on our radar. Listen, if they could fly here, you probably can't catch them on radar.
Yeah, no.
These things are way more advanced than us.
Yeah, absolutely. If they can go in and out of our dimension without being seen, if they can fly through our atmosphere at high rates of speed without breaking the sound barrier, their systems are totally exotic to what we have. I can't even fathom what they're using, to be honest with you.
Well, guys, I got one more video to show for the rest of the show, and I want Anthony to see. This is kind of a fun. This is kind of a fun video. This is a fun video. I was trying to find a good Mandela effect video. I have a good friend. Her name is Renee Rena from maybe it's Mandela channel, but she got this one that's just fun to watch. It's called "Water Beetle Survive Being Eaten by a Frog by Crawling Through Its Intestines." Yeah, it crawls through. So this might be a little crazy, but I thought, hey, we'll end a Friday on a bang. We'll have some fun looking at this. So this might be creepy for some of you, or maybe this is a Mandela effect. Who remembers this? But here we go. I'll just ate it.
Oh, man.
Only on the Paranormal Highway still, people.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
But it is.
I thought he was going to eat it again.
I mean, it is weird. This is a beetle, and it's just weird that you look how fast. I mean, I guess it swallows him, or boom, just swallows it, and then about 2 hours later, it starts to crawl out of the butt.
Right out of the butt.
I mean, did you guys know that? Did you guys know in the chat that a beetle can survive being eaten by a frog?
No, not at all.
It comes out right there.
I wonder if he eats it again.
Oh, you know what? I wish. Oh, that'd be funny, huh? It keeps eating it and it keeps
Does this
crawling
beetle
out.
taste like shit, or is it me?
I don't know that. So what do you got? What do you got coming up? You doing a show this Sunday?
We're doing a show this Sunday. A bunch of people, believe it or not, messaged us to talk about Bob Lazar, of all people. So I'll be happy to jump into that. We're going to do Bob Lazar then to now. And, Andy and I have just been interviewing everybody for the documentary. We're going to have that up for this October for Halloween month. It'll be free. So get ready to check out Extraterrestrial City. It's coming out this October, and it's free for everyone. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
And guys, there's the link. I'm putting the link
Sunday
right
show.
here. There's a link, guys, right there. And then, click on it, hit the bell so you get a reminder.
Come hang out.
And it looks like it is going to start 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific time. So 3 p.m. my time, 6 p.m. Eastern time.
11 p.m. UK.
And look, somebody's already in your chat there already. My flock is everywhere. He's already hanging out there, dude.
My flock, let me tell you, my flock is #1 in my book. I mean, she's one of the best supporters and to everybody's show. And by the way, Sarah, my flock, broke her computer. So I put up on Facebook, if anybody has an old laptop or iPad that we can get to her to donate, let's try to help her out because she needs a new device so she could do her shows. Otherwise, she's pretty much going to be screwed. So if anybody hears anybody willing to donate an old computer, let us know so we can get it to and help her out.
Yeah, it sucks when your computer goes. I remember my Apple laptop before this one I have here. The battery just went out. Now once in a while it can come back on, but then it go out. I tried to get it fixed. They couldn't fix it. But I guess in the long run, man, the newer Apples with the M1 chip in it, fucking rocks.
You know, my MacBook laptop it was only 2 years old, and I didn't know what I was going to do. And my wife went out that morning and went and bought me a brand new M1 iMac to surprise me for the office. I thought I was screwed. I mean, I didn't know what I was going to do. And then I came home and I had a brand new iMac here set up. I was in shock. So my wife hooked it up big time.
And guys, I'm not trying to do nerd talk, but this M1 chip that Apple have finally got away from using Intel, they went to use their own products again. And the
Incredible.
M1 chip for YouTube,
unreal,
light and day different. I mean,
Unreal.
it's unbelievable.
Unreal. This new iMac with the M1 is unreal.
I think Apple should sponsor this.
It should sponsor that. I must have mentioned this computer like on every channel I've been on so far. People are probably sick of hearing it. Right on in Paranormal.
I just use a Chromebook.
Hey, if it works, it works. I mean, you know.
Oh, exactly. So, guys, I want to thank everybody for being here today, and I want to thank Anthony for jumping on to talk about his video, because what's better than talking to the person from the source himself?
Thank you very much.
And if you guys, all of you are subscribed to his channel, but if you're not,
get over there.
What the hell you been waiting for? What, you've been waiting for a guy like myself to say what the fuck you been waiting for? No, you subscribe to his channel now, because he just doesn't he shows people's work. He shows UFO man, but he has his own findings that he's out there. Anthony is looking for this stuff himself. He'll stay out there 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, just like you saw in his last video. He is researching, I mean, to the max, better than a lot of us would do. I mean, he's dedicated.
I'm trying to unravel this riddle. What are they? Where are they? Where are they coming from? What do they want? And we're doing it. Us guys are doing it on no budget. So if the government wants to sponsor a few of us, we'll try to get the answers for you.
And guys, you're not going to get the truth from CNN or Fox. You're not going to get the truth from the major social media news channels. No. You're just not. The truth is going to come from people like Anthony themselves. And Anthony was the first one to tell you that when he does a video, you already heard him. He takes his video, lets other people to evaluate it, give him his opinion before he even uploads it. So he's even getting his stuff double checked, triple checked with people within the community we could trust.
Yeah, I mean, that's all those videos on my channel are there for anybody to take. You could put them up on your channel, ask the people in your chat what they think, share them to scientists and researchers and engineers and see what they think. The whole purpose to this game is trying to solve what's going on. And the only way we're going to get to do that is as a community. So,
and beyond that, guys, August 10th is the soft premiere date for episode 3 cartoon. I'm saying soft because you never know. Sometimes things might need extra work, but got to get that little leeway. So beyond that, guys, everybody have a great day and have a great weekend. And always keep looking up, because you just never know. Not just look up, open your ears and look up and look all.
You're not looking out. You're not looking out, right? If you're not looking up, you're not looking out.
That's right. All right, guys. I'll see everybody later.